Hello and welcome to traditional draft of Zendikar Racing on MTG Arena. So pack 1 is here and I'm going to pick the rare. It's a nice card. Basically usually it is a lot worse than the blue version or the green version, but it's still nice because this basically this is a model spell between a mind rot and a removal spell, and of course sometimes you can kick it and it's very good. And if you can find a target for the reanimation, for instance. Anyway, the next best cards in this pack are Umara Wizard and the Bubble Snare, and there's no way I'm not gonna pick them over this rare. Okay, so there is a black card that I could continue with, a removal spell, and then there is this Nimble Trap Finder. I actually am quite impressed by this because, yeah, the full party clause is like, it doesn't ever have to happen. This is very often an unblockable 2-1 or 2-1, which is impressive. So I think it's quite good. And on the other hand, the Vanquish the Weak is a card that you are usually getting quite late. No, not quite late, but you can get multiple of these, and you don't usually want to play a ton of them because this power 3 or less isn't always that great against some decks. So I'm actually going to deviate from my color right away and pick the rare because this is very efficient, and it's also nicer to play with rares than with the commons and uncommons that I have played a lot of. I have played like maybe 3 to 5 times with this, and I've played countless of times each of those commons and uncommons. But yeah, now we of course take the Royal Eruption. It's the best card in the pack. This Copyright Takedown, if I had either of these was a white card, I might actually take this, but there is no black or blue card in here that I would be picking over the Royal Eruption in here, so I will take Royal Eruption in here. The flyer, this what is this cleric that gets counters when you gain life, it's of course a fine card, but most likely you want to be black-white to utilize that card to the fullest. So now I have actually 3 nice cards. I can choose my colors. They are probably either any of the combinations that include those colors. Anyway, Feed the Swarm is definitely the pick in here, no questions asked. And so I'm kind of trying to gauge if whether a blue or red is more open, but based on this pack, neither is very open. This is a very good card in the black-white deck. It's very unimpressive in a deck that doesn't gain life much. 3 mana 3/2 just nowadays is not an exciting card. That said, there isn't much in this pack. I mean, I could pick like this green 2-drop if green happens to be open. I don't really see playing this in a black-red or a blue-black deck. I really don't want to play a 3 mana 3/2. So I'm actually taking this just in case that green ends up being open. Okay, so now, wow, the clerics seem to be open. So imagine if I didn't pick this Royal Eruption and I picked a 5 mana 3/3. I could now pick the Core Celebrant, for example. Would be nice. Anyway, I'm not gonna pick the white card here. I'm probably taking the Blood Priest because this is, I mean, this pick is between these 2-drops, and this is, I don't really have any party synergies in here yet, so I just think this is slightly better here. But I won't blame anyone who would pick the Pack Beast in here. This drain still can be relevant. It's quite easy to get drain 2, and that is not an insignificant effect in a close game. And I will pick another one of those for sure. I could take the Stalker, but I want to see if I don't know what my secondary color is. I will be playing black for sure, so I'm just picking this. And I will be interested in getting some kind of a party going on, because when you can drain like 3 or 4 with this, it's pretty amazing. I take this the best card in pack. No, nothing really. If I end up playing red, this is definitely going to deck to the deck. Allied Assault is fine-ish, but I'm not really. I think the white white is not really happening here. So I will pick this red card and see if I'm going to end up being in black-red. Okay, well, I still don't think I'm going to move to white at this point. And this isn't exciting in a black-red deck. There aren't that many warriors unless you get all the red warriors, but this constrictor is bad as well. So I think I will put this in the sideboard for now. If I end up with enough warriors, I might main deck this guy. And so far it seems like this is here. Okay, well, I will pick the Mospit skeleton. I have two green cards, so black-green is definitely an option. These aren't good. I don't really care about anything. I really don't like the Nissa's Zendikar. I take just this white card. I mean, if I somehow end up in white, this is a playable white card. But yeah, I think black... okay, considering my picks, this is even splashable if I get something. So it's actually more likely that I'm playing black-green than black-red now, because this is just a filler. I mean, 2-drop you can play. This is a fine card if you're red, but I don't really make the decision to go red based on that. Okay, I'll just take some, vault value. Uncommon is more worth more in the vault. I'm not gonna play that green card like ever. Wow. So, of course, there is a Royal Eruption. Very nice card. But what is really good too is this Black Bloom Rogue. It's a land and it's a very nice 2-3 menace for 3. Isn't like bad, but sometimes the game just goes long, and this is a 5-3 menace for 3. So, okay, I just said that I'm more likely to be black-green, but I think it's a very tough decision. Because if I'm black-green, I will be splashing double Royal Eruption, no questions there. So the pick is between these two, and I'm not sure. I won't blame anyone who picks either of these, even if it turns out to be a different pick than I'm making here. Man, it's such a good card. I have to pick this. Yeah, it's not really. It's just such an efficient removal that also doubles as a burn spell to the opponent, so it can finish so many games. Here we have probably Acquisitions Expert, because, well, the other option is to pick into the Royal, and, well, I'm not gonna go black-blue now, not with these Royal Eruptions. I don't like splashing in non-green decks in this format. There are very few ways to splash so that your mana base doesn't suffer too much. Okay, the Acquisitions Expert is probably better than the 4-drop here. Yeah, let's take it. Okay, Legion. Okay, Legion Angel. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked this. I think I'm not gonna go to the white. But hey, why not a 3rd Royal Eruption? I mean, what's not to like there? A Deadly Alliance. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to be the black-red removal deck, hopefully. And you know what I want from this pack after this, when it comes back? I want Spare Supplies. I think Spare Supplies is a very playable card in the black-red deck with a lot of removal. And I have played 2. I want to play 2 Spare Supplies in a black-red removal heavy deck. So, subtle. Okay, sorry, I don't really know how to say it. Subtle Strike, whatever, is a fine card, but I have so much cheap removal in here now because of the Feed the Swarm and Royal Eruption that I'm not really into that trick. The other options just aren't very exciting, but I might take the Wizard just because I don't mind having these creature types in here. These can come later. I could take the 4-drop too. Okay, let's take it. I mean, for curve reasons, I have 2-drops and I have actually this Ambusher. I might as well put it there. Okay, so if I were to go black-green, this would be a signal to go to that direction. I mean, signal, I don't mean by... Well, of course, yeah, that means that no one is black-green in that direction, but I just mean that I could really make the decision to pick this because my red cards that are not Royal Eruption aren't that exciting. I would pick either of these. Okay, you know what? I will pick this and I will really consider black-green. Now that splashes for this. I saw one of those kicker green spells that fetch one land or two lands from the deck if kicked. That would be a perfect way to splash for a Royal Eruption. Don't see that in here though. Skitter Snake might be okay. These are not exciting. This I would like to have this for the sideboard, but I think I'll take the 4-drop because I'm definitely playing that. Oh man, this is just so. I mean, this makes splashing possible, but I don't really like that card. Okay, let's take. I don't really need those 2-drops. Let's just take this champion. And I wish I could. Oh my god, there's a Vanquish. I was just thinking that if I play black-green splashing for red, the 5-drop is actually quite nice for that deck because you can get it as a 5/6. But yeah, I'm taking the Vanquish the weak now. I definitely have to take it. Okay. Blood price. I don't like this nearly as much as I like the spare supplies, but because it's two life, I don't like to lose it. And this always costs 4, unlike spare supplies. I think I still pick it because this deck has so much removal that the combat trick, the more removal you have, the less you need combat tricks. Let's keep the green black. Okay, and I got the Vastwood Fortification. I think I'm playing green black. Well, might as well take this. Okay, because wow, could this table? I mean, if no one is playing green black, I take Deadly Alliance now and take this. Yeah, I'm taking this anyway about it, but I'm just thinking that because if I knew for sure that this is gonna table, I would go with green black and that would really be easy decision. But yeah, I take the Deadly Alliance now and let's see if I can get like a 4th Royal Eruption. I didn't get any green mana fixers, which is kind of sad because if I'm going to splash, I definitely want to get something to fix mana. Sadly, this doesn't help my splash. Okay, so Satyr Skull Minotaur is obviously a good card if I'm ending up in black-red after all. But then again, there is Joraga Visionary too, because if you see the quality of my. This is such a good card, and it's a 3-drop. I really want to have them. This is a good one. I have a chance to actually get the other one. But this is so good too. But I think I'm still going to think that I'm ending up with green. I don't know why I'm still having all these red cards in this view, but it doesn't matter. Okay. No, this is green-red. Yeah, this wouldn't be a pick in any way. Okay, Knowledge Colony and Feed the Swarm. Okay, I think Feed the Swarm number 2 is still a fine pick in here. Yeah. Let's take it. I usually don't want to play like 3 of these. 2 is fine. Unless you are black-white with a life gain, then of course you can play more of this. Now we have good options. Even this one is a decent one. Tangled Flora Hedron. Do I want to even accelerate that much? I don't think I do. Because if you draw this late in the game, it's both modes are quite bad late in the game. And I don't really need this acceleration. I think I'll take this. I don't have that many kicker cards. Yeah, I like the Lifelinker flyer. It's so sad that if I just could get one card that helps me splash the red, because I'm definitely playing Royal Eruption. No matter what, I will be playing a Royal Eruption here. But now, I think I'm playing this green version because I didn't really see anything else. Red isn't flowing, as you can see. There's nothing really red in here. I take the 2-drop. Ah man, I actually should have considered that rare. It's a card I really never play, but that actually, yeah, that's a 3 mana mana rock is actually something you can play when you actually want to splash. I should have picked that. That was a mistake. Knowledge Colony is fine, but I don't need 2-drops. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. I should have picked that one. Oh, don't know what to do here. Let's take the 4-drop. It's very bad, but I had to pick something. Time was running out. Okay. I like how this draft went. I got very good quality of cards, but I'm not sure I'm impressed about my choices. I should have taken the mana fixer thing. Okay, I'll take the sideboard card. I'm playing green-black. I'm just not really updating this deck right now. Just need to make my picks. Okay, I'll take the spare supplies. I have so many removal. Okay, and yeah, like I suspected, it came back to me. So yeah, definitely green-black is the place to be. I don't know if I have really that many synergies, but I'll pick it anyway, and I'll figure it out if I get it. Okay, knowledge colony. Man, if I would have gotten that mana fixer, because I didn't get the green common that searches mana from your deck, lands from your deck. Because now the splash is very not very nice. I don't even have a lot of 3-drop. I don't have a lot of those spell lands because they also help splashing, because you can go up, your land count can be something like 90 or 20, then of course splashing is also easier without making it too hard to hit your colors. Well, this is one of my red lands, which very unlikely to happen in the games, but because I have 3 Royal Eruptions, I'm going to have at least 3 lands that produce red. And I will take this because if I draw 2 of those 3 and then I also draw this one, then it's better to have a spell. I mean, the drawback of having it entering tapped isn't really that bad. Well, as you can see, even though I got 3 Royal Eruptions, I just didn't see the red deck. I mean, red cards that well. I guess I saw another one of these Songmad Treacheries, and I passed some like mediocre red playables, but nothing exciting. So let's now just add these black cards that I wanted to play. I mean green, sorry. Not in the main deck. No. So here we have. Yeah, I don't have any more lands. Okay, I need to cut quite a few cards here. But this one, okay, I have some counter synergies. I have this. I have a double Knowledge Colony, double Mospit Skeleton. But it's a 5 mana 3/4, which is very unexciting. I don't think I'm going to play this 4/3. I'm not sure about this, but considering the amount of removal I have, this actually is going to be active quite often. The 8 cards. Trade a few creatures, remove a couple of creatures, and that's basically it. So I'm going to play this 4 mana 3/4 here. And I'm gonna play this Dreadworm. This is of course very unexciting card, but you have to win the games, especially the games where you just keep on removing their dudes. You still need to actually apply some pressure, or otherwise they may just draw like, I mean, I could flood out and they do not, and if I don't have anything to, if I'm holding like 3 removal spells and they don't have anything, and I don't have a creature, then it's not really very beneficial. So I need to have some creatures to win with. Of course, I need to take into account that I have actually, these are 5-drops. I have 4/4 Tramplers, I have 5 mana, 5 5s, so I do have here late game as well. And even if I slot them in here, I still have quite a few 2-drops in here, so I'm actually not that worried about my late game. So actually, that thing taken into account, I might actually just cut this worm, because I do need to make some cuts here, like a lot of them. And I'm definitely not going to cut the spare supplies, because look at the amount of removal. 1, 2, that's 5 here, 6. This is removal often 7, 8, 9. Yeah, definitely the more removal you have, the more card draw you can also play in the deck, to make sure that you don't start to flood out, because removal spells like these, they are still just 1-for-1 in terms of cards. They're often you get mana advantage and tempo advantage from them, but for card wise it's just 1-for-1. So then it makes a lot of sense to get tempo from the removal and then use that tempo to draw additional cards to try to overcome the opponent. So maybe the Dreadworm is going to go away, because these are my 5 drops and these are even recursive, and also these Dauntless Survivors do a nice job when these are in the graveyard, so you can just get them back on top of your deck when you add counters. So yeah, Dreadworm, bye bye. And I still need to cut. I'm not gonna cut. Okay, the Blood Priest is actually something. Again, given the amount of removal in the deck, I don't have to rely on that to drain so much. And I have 2 drops, like these are 2 drops, so it's for curve reasons I don't actually need this Blood Priests. I don't even care what kind of a party. I have like some variation in the creature types, but I think these can both be cut in this deck. Yeah, because now I have like, if I add now 16 lands, I would be at 18 total. But I need, like, let's do it like this. First I want to have 2 mountains, which is nice today. Let's put these ones. Okay, that's 3 for those in Royal Eruptions. And the minimum for my other colors are definitely going to be, what's here, great looking. Let's have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I won't be going below 8. That's just not gonna happen. But I don't think I can afford to play 9 swamps, because now if I add 6 forests, that is going to be only, that's only 7 sources for green. And I have early green drops, so I would prefer to have 8 sources for green. I'm not sure if this acquisitions expert is something I want. It's just a 1-2. They discard a card, but I don't really need the body for anything. I think it has to be the cut, because this brute, while unexciting, it still is, for curve reasons, a reasonable thing to have. Now I have basically three spells I can play on turn 3 for 3 mana. Basically, this sometimes 2, but I don't really have that many 3 drops. I'm not gonna cut the brute, so I'm actually going to cut the expert in here, and I'm gonna have one other forest. So now the mana is like 8 green, 8 black, and 3 red. Not great, but I'm not gonna. I have to splash these definitely, so I'm going to need the 3 sources for those 3 red cards. I have some card draw, spare supplies, and the visionary here, for example. That helps me going deeper to this to find the mana for it. But I would really, I think it was, I don't remember what card did I pick over the obelisk or whatever, the 3 mana rare that taps for any color. That was a mistake. I should have definitely picked that one. It's just a card I never play because it's not a good one, but I don't really splash that often in this format too, so it was just something that I should have considered picking it. I mean, if I would have kind of realized it's there, I would have picked it automatically. I was just blind to that card being in there. But enough talk now. Let's just play. This is the deck. Let's go. 8/8/3. Curve is fine. 11 creatures is enough. I have some recursive creatures too. A lot of removal. I like the deck, but I have to admit that the mana base is a bit not that amazing, so I might have to mulligan a bit more than on average. Okay, well, look at this. Mana base is perfect. And curve, 2-drop, 3-drop, very good cards. And the removal, I'm splashing. Wow. Sometimes you just get everything you need. Okay, so they are not playing black, so I don't have to be worried about discard. I'm not gonna show the mountain yet. Let's keep it as a surprise. No, my attacker doesn't do anything, but of course I can still attack. Yeah, I'm sure they are happy to trade it, that one, to any kind of a trick. But at least this guy has 3 power. And then I would like to draw some non-lands. Relic Amulet. Okay, that is a scary card. Oh, they are playing black, so I have to play the mountain now. Well, I drew another one too. Here's the thing. I have quite a bit of removal in this deck. I could just for tempo reasons remove this Nectar, but it's going to gain some life to them. Problem is that they might drop something, because I'm going to have 7 mana for this anyway, in a couple of turns. They might drop something like a 4/4 or something, and then I'm just unable to do anything. But I still think that I'm just gonna try to apply some pressure, because anyway, if they have a Relic Amulet and a lot of triggers for it, that does mean that they are very favored to win the late game. Okay, that's one counter in there, and okay, they are playing all the colors. Now, Spare Supplies is an excellent draw here. Okay. So this triggers when a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter dies, this one gets a counter as well, and when that's... Okay, this is not so bad. I will of course offer the trade here, because I will get a 4/4 token. Well, no, I mean I have a ton of removal in the deck, so it's no surprise I drew one here. So this is the mana I want to tap. And Dauntless Survivor isn't bad either. So yeah, let's just do it like this. And I'm actually... Yeah. I want to put a 3rd counter on this one. Now it will trigger this if it dies, and now it's like out of... It's easy, not so easy to kill with this, and I don't care if they kill the 1/1 with this amulet. They don't really have that much time to use 2 mana for that. I'm actually offering here a lethal attack. So let's see. Okay, Field Research. I don't think that's very good. Bubble Snare would have worked, even though I did have 5 power in here, because I could have just used this for that. Anyway, yeah, what's so it's like a green blue with black and red Relic Amulet. So I might wanna sideboard in the Broken Wings. They are playing blue, so there could be a flyer. I'm just having a pretty... I mean, I don't really want to cut anything. That's now... The one amulet isn't just maybe not enough, and I'm actually quite resilient to the amulet. I have here big dudes. I don't have that many low toughness guys, so I don't think it's that threatening. If I see something else, another target for this in the next game, and I lose the game, then I might... Yeah, I might then side it in for the final game. Wow. This is not a keep. This is a keep, but what is... I think I have to just lose this. I have the Vanquish the Weak. There's no guarantee I'm gonna draw the red mana anytime soon. I want to go to 4 mana ASAP to get this plate, and then I draw a card. And I think I'm not gonna play the Knowledge Colony. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Now that I have the Mospit Skeleton, let's see if they have the 1-3. If they have, I'm definitely not gonna play a... Okay, they have that. Now, okay, a plan. I will play this and hope to trade with it, and then I can kick this, and I will get this on top of my deck, and I will have the 5-5 that way. Okay, so I'm not gonna trade, but I will use the Vanquish the Weak. This is not so bad. Not so bad at all. They used up their turns 2 and 3 for that. I will get to remove it, and I actually have a nice curve here myself too. I have a turn 4 Visionary and somewhat likely to draw the 5th land by turn 5, because this gives me an additional card, but that is going to, of course, say no to my attacks. I need to find... I have 2 deadly alliances. I have 2 Feed the Swarms, so 4 outs at least. Yeah, I can't really block. I mean, I could block with this and get it, but I need to draw fresh cards. Definitely. So let's play this first. Let's see if it gets countered. And okay. I'm not excited about getting it myself 2 for 1 in here. I suppose I can attack. Might they have the blue flash flyer? Because they didn't cast anything. They have a lot of colors and 3 cards in the hand. Okay, I'll do this. And I can consider a double block here. I don't want to lose this to the 3-3 flyer. They're gonna have a Kalni ambush. That's a good one. Also, I'll drop to 7 now. I still can draw a Feed the Swarm, although that will become a bit risky. Now, that just... okay, game over. That card is very good, especially when you can play it on the same turn, when you can trigger the landfall. 5-5 and 4-5 and a bunch of jump blockers for 6 mana is quite good. Oh, I mean, I don't have anything going on here. I just have to concede. I'm just checking out if this is something I want to consider for sideboarding purposes. I wish I had that. I'm splashing red already, so I wouldn't mind having that kind of a bomb rare. Okay then. Well, I mean, what's my game plan gonna be? Remove their guys, attack with the few guys I have, hope that they do not draw that guy, and definitely be interested in making them discard 2. Dreadworm. I'm just thinking if I should like cut one of these Dauntless Survivors and have this as a, because they play big guys. I want to be playing big guys as well. This isn't exciting. Yeah, I think one of these Dauntless Survivors should be this Dreadworm. I could also play this Beetle in here, but nah, no. It's good like this. Well, perfect mana. I have a 2-drop. I will play the lifelinker flyer. There's no reason to. Usually you play this always on turn 2, because waiting to 6 mana is just so long time. And even though I would have another option, it's more likely that I play this at 5. Although it's why did I talk at the same time? So that I was definitely supposed to play the swamp. Yeah, but it's likely that I would have played this on turn 3 anyway, so it's not such a big deal. Okay, relic amulet actually. Yeah, that means I can't really play there. Yeah. Okay, so my mistake there actually might have been a good mistake, because yeah, especially because I'm drawing these lands, I need one more and I can actually kick this. Because they have those 5. Well, I mean, at least one. Yeah, this kills anything, so I definitely use one of these roll eruptions for this guy now. Because I don't mind losing a lot of life to kill like a 5 or 6 drop. I just need them to die. And this doesn't work unless I have like 7 mana, which I probably will in this game. But I would like to, yeah, I would like to shoot it to the player, because it seems like I'm going to it seems like I'm not having necessarily that many attackers, because this is gonna clear this guy very soon. So I would just like to attack them to 5 and finish with the eruption. Okay, so now for mana efficiency's sake, I will actually use the Deadly Alliance on this. I could use the Feed the Swarm, but I want to use my mana better, so I can on a later turn use the Feed the Swarm and play something else as well. I don't have that many party stuff going on, so this is always going to be quite expensive. And I definitely didn't want to offer the trade, because I want to pressure them so that I can actually finish the game with the Royal Eruption here. Because now that they tapped out for that, they are going to... sadly, I didn't draw the 6th land, but even if I did, they have now actually 3 counters on the amulet, so I might as well just, do it like this, because they would have been able to kill the Gloom Hunter anyway. Even if I was able to kick it, and I'm not gonna just miss out making a play. So I can remove any blockers they have. The issue is that if they have a removal spell, that doesn't do anything. If they have a removal spell on one of my guys, then they can just remove the other one with this. So I really need some creatures. This is a good draw. I just have to figure out what to tap. I'm gonna Feed the Swarm this anyway. So I'm very unlikely to play Royal Eruption this turn. I'm super unlikely to play it, so let's do it like this. Exciting. I could win, I could lose, who knows. Can they have a discard 2? I guess they can, but I of course need to go to 7 mana, so I'm not gonna miss out making that. I just hope they don't have a Mind Rot. Just hope they don't have a Mind Rot. Now I hope they don't have removal spells. I hope this is the only removal they have, and then they just play blockers, which I can remove at least one. Of course, if I also draw another Royal Eruption, I will eventually have a chance to win that way. So, interesting. I don't think I'm gonna Deadly Alliance the Squid, but what is gonna happen now is they're gonna kill the Gloom Hunter with the Relic Amulet, and they're gonna trade with the Gnarled Colony. If I remove this, but it doesn't matter actually. My game plan is most likely to win with double Royal Eruption. Of course it wouldn't matter if I drew a land here. I mean, if I draw a land, then I can consider again Deadly Alliance, and I think now it's making sense. I'm pretty much all in with this game plan. If they have a counter spell or if they have a discard spell, then that's it. I'm not gonna win this. Most likely not gonna win. But okay, so they probably have an answer to the flyer, because otherwise they would have killed it. But then again, if they don't have a discard spell, or if they don't have a counter spell, and there's not that much of life gain in this format, so I'm very likely to win, of course. So let's just, yeah, I'm not gonna play that. Let's just make it like this and hope that it's gonna be enough. That's fine. Just tap out for something. Negate is still an option. I mean, there is no... Well, I guess there is a life, that what this green inscription, I think that gains life. So basically I'm playing around negate, or I guess the force spike, which no one really plays. It's not a very good card. I mean, oh no, there is the force spike, and then there is this party, what's the spell pierce kind of. So there are like a few counter spell options in there. I could try to... Nah, let's just go for it. I mean, it's unlikely that they have a removal spell or a life gain spell. But if they do, then... Okay, they did it, yeah. Because I had a decent double play option for that turn too, but I just don't think that many people play those counter spells. Even in best of 3 where you can sideboard negates. Tritium 88. We won the die roll. And I don't have a green source in this hand. If any of these cards was a green mana source, I would snap keep. Now I can only play a Gloom Hunter on turn 2 and then hope to draw a land. And even if I draw just one land, and even if it is a forest, I have a turn 3 play, but then I still need to get a bit of lucky. So let's mulligan that one and keep this one. Excuse me. And what I'm not gonna have here is, I don't need this Royal Eruption, because I don't have the red mana for it. So color combination is red and green. I'm just thinking that, do I want to... Now that I have 4 lands here already, I think I'm going to wait for kicking this, because now I have a 2-drop in here, and I will probably play something on turn 3, like this could be... Either of these could be played. Although, well, I mean, this is unlikely, unless I want to make them discard. Now that I drew a 5th land, I'm definitely going to kick the Gloom Hunter. They are just... I mean, if they are flooding out, then they don't mind about the... They don't care about the discard. Well, now that I have 5 lands, this costs 7 mana to kick, and it needs red, 3 black, yeah. So I have it. Any 2 lands will make me able to kick this, and I... Fine. They are not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Let's just go. Any instant? No. They are just not doing anything. I don't know. Well, they have 5 cards. I'm not gonna make them discard 2. They definitely find 2 cards they don't mind discarding. And it seems like they're flooding out, so they would just discard some lands. Finally, I've got something to remove. Like so, and definitely playing this fortification tapped so that I can play the Gloom Hunter next turn and then potentially have this available to be kicked. Are they gonna play anything that is cheap? Because it doesn't seem like they have that many cheap cards. So even if I was able to kick this, would still be potentially... It wouldn't have a target for the removal portion of the spell. I mean, I could double block, but oh, no way. Because I get something back with this, so kind of kicking. Yeah, this is not. This is the worst of the bunch by far, because the red, the green, and blue one, they are really not very situational. This is actually quite situational. Haha, there is the green one. So it was. Yeah, they got counters, they get life, and then they killed my guy. So, sad thing is that I don't have a target for the removal option in there, but I still just have to... I mean... It doesn't look good. This is gonna be coming back as a 1-1. But what else can I do? I can make them discard 2 and I can get a guy back. And then I hope I draw a Deadly Alliance turn after that. I'm not gonna jump with this guy. I suppose. So there is no target for that. They even get to leave 1 card to their hand, so... Okay, so what? Excuse me? It's not a red-green deck. There's also a black-white-gold card in there. So I'm just gonna jump with this actually because... Or am I? I'm just thinking that if I draw my second Feed the Swarm, taking this damage would be very dumb. Okay, because I need to find a removal for this anyway. Might as well just prevent the damage. And didn't my previous opponent have that one too? Yes, they did. Okay, well, the game is over now. There's nothing I can do with these draws against those. Okay, so it was interesting to see that they have the Cleric, black-white Cleric in there. So they're splashing for black. It's like a... Okay, so they are splashing for red because of this guy. And they are like playing a bunch of green cards. I don't really know what's their main color. Is it like green? But if they are playing black, this guy really wants that. Well, none of that matters. What matters is what I'm gonna sideboard. There I have big guys in there, and I didn't really see much. So I think I need a big guy myself, because double of those clerics means I will play a Dreadworm, and I don't need this Dauntless Survivor here. And again, the Horn Beetle, it's just a 3-4, so it doesn't really help. Let's just... I suppose this is a good card against the 5-4 clerics. Yeah, it is. Let's play it. Maybe instead of this. Because I don't think I want to cut another survivor. Yeah, let's just cut the sneak. Okay, I'll keep. I have a 2-drop removal which I can play with this hand. If I draw any land, I can perhaps play this if they play some small guys. Yeah, I mean, this hand needs lands, of course, badly. But if I draw them, it's a pretty decent hand. Well, that's like... Do I want to have the option to make this a 3-3? I might. This is not the... If I don't draw a land, I would really like to draw a 2-drop then, so... Okay, well, this starts to... I'm not gonna play this as a... I mean, I'm not gonna boost this, I just play another 2-2 instead. So, okay, now they are playing black and white, and there's the green, and there's the target for my... Oh, well, actually, no. I will play the Visionary. So I drew the lands I needed, so I got lucky. Good. I didn't miss any land drop, and now I have an additional draw, and I don't mind. If I miss the 5th land drop, I can live with that. I have cards I will be able to play here. Okay, and it happened to be even the red one. Thing is, I didn't see that many targets for the Vanquished the week. Well, I mean, I guess there is a 2-2 cleric. Because an on-curve play would be to play the Dreadworm here and trade with the Joraga Visionary. I'm sure that would happen. But I might actually consider just attacking for 7. That would also put lethal down, because I can remove any one blocker they have for the next turn. So yeah, let's do it like this. Let's hope they don't have a boost spell. It's a possibility. But I can kill it with the Royal Eruption in that case. Because this is... If they have, for example, the big cleric, I can just remove it with the Feed the Swarm. And of course I have a Royal Eruption that can be pointed at their face. So yeah, I think I won. That gains them 3 life, but I don't think it matters, because I will attack for 7 and deal 3. Yeah, this card is just so good. So, is there a reason to deviate from anything I have? I just don't think so. I need to have some kind of mana curve. I would rather have early. As you saw from the previous game, I just played a couple of creatures and removed all they had, and that's enough to win games in Magic. When you have a lot of removal, you really want to also be able to curve out. Of course, it will be a little bit tougher when you are on the draw, but still, I don't think I have anything to change. I mean, the kite sail. This would enable my guys to go attack over those 5/4s, but then again, I don't want to play a card that doesn't really do anything. I'd rather remove their guys or play my own guys. The kite sail isn't completely unplayable. For example, a red-white aggressive warriors deck can use it to finish the opponent. But this is not such a deck. Okay, yeah, I can't keep this one. If this was a swamp, it wouldn't still be an exciting hand, because I need to go. Now 1 land doesn't do anything in this hand. I would need to draw 2 lands, and I would also need to draw the black sauce, of which I have only 8 in this deck. So yeah, let's mulligan that one. Well, I will keep this. And I will be... Do I need double green? Yeah, I have those kicker spells. But then again, this treachery actually could end up... I mean, of course I don't need like 2 red spells. The only reason I would consider keeping both is that I can afford to lose some other land, and if I draw lands and so that I don't have to play this as a land, then there is an out to me drawing the final mountain from the deck and this actually being active. So yeah, I suppose I can draw more forests, so I will keep this of course, and I will in fact, because I don't recall having that many double green other than the 2-drop that has a kicker when it's played with 5 mana. So yeah, if I had one of those in my hand right now, I would probably just put something like that. One of the red lands would have gone to the bottom of the deck. Okay, there is the Royal Eruption. Yep, this one is good. So I will probably now... Yeah, now it's time to play the Songmad Treachery. It was a very low chance to actually happen as a spell, because I definitely want to keep this one in hand. This can win me some combat, for example. Okay, you got mana acceleration there. And well, now I drew my second green source, so if I do end up drawing those kick-ass green guys, I have the double green. This doesn't look so bad. If they have the 5/4, the vampire can trade with it like so. And I don't mind. They probably are going to take the attack through. And I will take 5 through because I'm not going to block with the Dread Worm. I try to raise, and of course because I do have the Royal Eruption, they might be just in 10 life now. Of course they have multiple of these, so they could gain more life, but there's no reason to do any trades here, because definitely I'm going to try to... Oh man, that's just horrible. Yeah. It's so sad. If I drew now Deadly Alliance, or I suppose Feed the Swarm, I would stand a chance. I just don't think I stand a chance right now, because they're not even taking 5 here. They're actually going to jump block with the 0-1. And then I'm actually going to start losing life quite a bit myself. But what can I do? I have to play this to make this indestructible attack, and they will jump it. They will definitely jump it. No. So I suppose I have some chance in here now. I mean, very low. Yeah, sadly the situation is such that if I play the brute, I cannot vanquish the weak. And it's quite likely they're going to target one of those 0-1s. So I'm just not gonna play the brute here. I want to respond to that. I hope they're doing exactly that. Oh, I have to make sure it's... Yes, this one. It's still not looking good, of course. I basically need to draw a land to threaten another attack with the Dread Worm, and to actually have the Royal Eruption as something I can kick. Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. I will just do that. So are they going to... Oh, now they're going to jump block the Dread Worm for sure. Ah, they had just... Okay, well, I mean... Nah, I drew the land. Man, it was actually quite close here. But them getting that 3 life is actually relevant, because I still had like the out of drawing another Royal Eruption. I could have just fired this off this turn and hope to draw another one of those. But I can't really imagine them not blocking now. They're gonna block with the 0-1. Well, that works too. So no... Look, thing is that if I roll Eruption, the Phylath, whatever, they still have a 4-5 and a 5-4. I can't trade with either of them. I will actually have to jump. Well, no, I would go to 2. It's also possible they won't have a land there. Because if I play the brute here, I can at least double block something, so I can actually double block this guy, so that I won't lose both of them. If I kill this, what happens? I drop to 2. They have a blocker for this. They are at 13 life. Okay, I suppose I just have to draw a removal spell. It is more likely that they have a land there than not. So I guess it was also possible that I shouldn't have attacked. But that's too late to consider now. Because if they have a land, I'm just dead. There's no way. I mean, I play this and I'm still dead. I actually have to do it like this, and I hope to draw a Deadly Alliance. Feed the Swarm is actually not bad either, because these don't have a these have a CMC of 0. Now I hope you have a land there. Don't double spell. Yeah, I'm at 2, and then I just need a Deadly Alliance. Thank you. No, they had it double. Oh man. I suppose it didn't matter much in the end. I got this, which I can't even kick, by the way. I didn't have a... Okay, I don't have to kick this because there is nothing to reanimate and there's nothing for them to discard. So yeah, I can kill like CMC of 3 or less. So I can kill this at 4-5 and then I'm dead. Yeah. I mean... Okay, I'm not dead. Fine. Let's try. Because I do have the blocker. Destroy target. I suppose you are not gonna tap all my green. Oh, I have 3 green mana. Yeah. So like this. So now I hope they're gonna draw nothing but lands for the rest of the game. And they not only did. Their last card was a 5/5 guy, not just any spell. So they are doing that. I wonder why that is. Well, yeah, that's reasonable actually. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think. Anyway, I will do this, and well, definitely doing this too. And now I need to find an answer to the brute, blocker or removal, and not feed the Swarm. And they must not have a creature, and they didn't. So yeah, this is a very low chance to win that. That was a good draw, of course. Now this keeps me in the game, so all is not lost. But this rare just gave them so much value that it's very tough to win here. Wow. Okay, this is actually quite sick. I mean, if they did draw a land in there or something useless, this is actually gonna make me this gives me a chance to win the game. But they're having something because they are not automatically passing their priorities. Yeah, well, I mean, wow. What they are holding in there? I'm definitely taking their jump blocker away. It doesn't cost any life to me. It has a CMC of 0. So they are forced to jump if they really don't have anything. I mean, this is the best shot I got, so let's do it. Just wondering what they are holding when, but not playing. They could have their inscription or something. I don't know. Well, this is. I'm not gonna. I mean, let's do it. What's gonna happen now? Both of them tremble anyway. Wow. Don't say I'm winning this game. Did they really draw all lands there? They have all the colors. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. The turn when I removed their red, and then after that they played their Murasa Brute and the 5/5 guy, I was like, how can I win this? But there was a sequence of draws that I drew those 2 5-drop kicker cards. Wow. Yeah, that was great. Sometimes you just have to get lucky. Okay. Opponent has taken 1 mulligan. That means I'm gonna keep this. Because this, when someone is on the play and they take a mulligan, Mind Rot is very good. I have all my colors, I have removal for their first guy, and even though I won't be kicking this is a good keep now because of them mulliganing. We'll just play this right away. And I hope they're gonna curve out, and I'm just gonna of course play the... I think I'm actually gonna Royal Eruption it because the feed kills anything. I just want them to curve out so that the Mind Rot is actually gonna be very nice. And the question is, do I wanna Mind Rot right away? I'm not gonna show them. Oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna show them the black yet. Oh, actually I have to, because either I remove this or I Mind Rot now. There's no other. So I play a swamp anyway. So they're gonna draw. So thing is, if they're gonna drop a land and have a one drop, one card that they're gonna play, then I will actually get the last two cards from their hand. And I have a Deadly Alliance for anything. Let's do it like this. I just hope that they don't have a land and two spells to play. That's what I'm hoping. One spell, okay. No two. Please no two. Yes. Okay, so it's now... Oh, look at that. I actually have this online now because I drew all my red sources. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Mind Rot. Too bad, it would be nice to kick it because this is a valid target for it, but... Target opponent discards 2, but now all they have is a 2-2. Unless they can put like a counter on it. Well, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Pretty good. That wasn't a bad draw, but I just have to kill it right away. I don't think those colors have... let's just do it. I mean, I'm gonna do this no matter what. I just need to draw one of my guys. I haven't drawn 0 creatures. And here is one. Of course, they got a pretty nice one, which means that I don't have a good block if they now draw lands. And if they draw non-lands, then that means they have spells, which is not good either. But now this is, of course, great. I was able to trade with that. I got a 3/3 still, and okay. So it threatens to be interesting. Because if they draw land, I'm not gonna jump block with this guy. If they don't draw land, I have a block. So I guess I just hope that they don't draw land. I'm not gonna start this kind of race even if I'm able to deal more damage than they do. I suppose if they draw land, it means that at least they don't have an additional spell. Now, I have to admit I don't have that many creatures in my deck, but still getting only one in top 15 cards is a bit suboptimal. At least they drew a card that I can block with this 2/3. This 3/3. Yeah, I'll take 4 now. It doesn't look so bad if I just actually can draw something at some point. Non-lands. No, that's enough. That is completely enough. And actually... Yep. I'm gonna attack. Because they're not gonna attack with them both if they draw land. Oh, did I just say about that card that it's not a very good one? Now I'm gonna lose to it. Well, I'm not gonna lose to it yet. They can attack well. Okay. I actually cannot kill the Arbor Mage here, because that would put me to 4, and then they can just equip this both. And it's exactly 5 mana to equip them both. And then if they draw land, they can play land after that, and I would be dead. So Feed the Swarm is going to take the Dauntless Survivor and equip it. No, this doesn't work. If I steal it and I play a land, it doesn't matter because this only. I would need to control this Skyclave pickaxe to actually get the benefit from the ability. So there's nothing really much to do here than to attack the sad thing is that I don't have a lethal for next turn because I'm missing one. Even if I... Yeah, even if I steal this guy. So I'm definitely gonna feed the swamp. This is like a no questions asked. I need to find a removal, or they must not draw lands. And whatever they draw must not be very good. That is actually going to win the game for me. Thank you for playing a 3 or higher power creature. Yeah. So, this song My Treachery actually ends up winning the game. This is quite funny because you would never splash a double mana cost card. And I'm not splashing for this treachery here, I'm splashing for these royal eruptions here, but because I get this as a free red source, this low chance situation did actually happen that I had all the mana for this. So I saw 2 equipment in there. I saw actually, now this is a Satyr Skull. Minotaur, they have 1 in their hand, so the deck actually seems pretty impressive. Aggressive red-green deck. Boost spell, I need to be aware of this one. They have a nice mana curve in here. I had the discard spell. The Mind Rot really was a big deal in this game. I would have most likely lost it without that. So I'm just gonna have to think that whether this Blood Priest, for example, is something I want to have in here. No, not the Snarecaster. This could get rid of the equipment, but I'm not really that excited about that. I mean, I also can get rid of the creature equipped by the kite sail, whatever. I mean, I'm almost considering that the spare supplies might be a bit too slow, but as we saw in the last game, I drew a removal but not creatures. I do want to have the option to draw more cards when I keep on removing all their creatures. So I'm not sure if I want to. The 3/4 might be better than the 4/3. Yes, it is. Tough. I don't think I have anything here that I want to cut. Yeah. Now this is so easily just 2/1 isn't very good against most of their creatures. Alright, let's not sideboard anything. Hand is fine. 2 playable creatures, and 3rd one right after I've drawn a 4th land and a removal spell. Now I'm just going to offer. Well, I'm not gonna offer anything because they actually have this pickaxe. As long as they keep on getting land drops, I can't block it with these. I'm just considering I want to probably... Well, I'm likely playing this next turn anyway, but there is a chance that I draw something else, and this will be a 5-drop. But I'm not gonna skip making a play next turn. So if nothing else, I will play the skeleton. Oh, that's good. That's a very good card. The game can be over right now. Because it will be a 4/4. I can kill it next turn. Okay, it's not over. But do I actually need to? No, the thing is, I can only play Deadly Alliance next turn if I have this guy survive. So if I double block, if I try double blocking and they have, for example, that trick they had, then I can't even kill it on my turn 4 because this would be costing 5 mana. So I think I have to take this, well, maybe 7 damage in here. Yeah. Oh, I have the option to jump. But yeah, it's a tough start when they have the blight. Okay, well, okay, so this is good. They didn't have a land. I'm definitely doing this. I don't care if they have a boost spell or anything. It is just definitely going to do this. But okay, I mean, I did this regardless of the fact that I cannot now actually cast the Deadly Alliance. But thing is, I got rid of this guy. So now I can just take one hit from this guy. I mean, it's either 5 or 7 damage that I'm gonna take. So I'm not really a favorite to win here anything. But thing is that I can play this on the next turn and get at least rid of this. And I need to play this because I will need a blocker for whatever they are playing next. Because next turn I'm gonna tap out for the alliance. I suppose if I draw another Dauntless Survivor, I can play that too, because then the alliance would cost just 3. Interesting. So I think they have their Royal Eruption in there. Most likely they have a Royal Eruption. Okay, well, not really any decision in there. There, I suppose, could be some haste guys there, but I just have to try to. By the way, I made a mistake. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, but because this now costs only 4 mana because I control the rogue, I should have definitely played this tapped. But yeah, I mean, their deck seems pretty good, and the start was, and this ooze, this is just a great card. So I'm not really that disappointed about how that turned out. I mean, I suppose I have these early removal spells, so and these, but of course this needs to also me to draw the red source, which isn't that likely at the beginning of the game always. So still, I just don't see why would I be sideboarding like this. No, not really. It's a 3 mana card. It's so expensive. I mean, I just have to hope to draw my removal to kind of deal with their early aggression and I guess hope that they don't have the pickaxe right from the beginning of the game. Well, mana works. I have a 2-drop and a 4-drop. Songmad Treachery is something I'm not gonna play it yet. I mean, it's possible that I again draw the second mountain and then this actually can win the game like it did earlier. Okay, so at least they don't have a 1-drop creature. That's fine. So I will consider playing this as tapped land quite soon. But no, as long as I draw lands, it's not really that necessary. I'll just do this. Let's show that I got all my colors now. So Visionary or a that's nice. Interesting. 3/4 or a 3/2, which I don't mind trading. And this also draws me a card, gives me options for future turns more. But this will be my my play next turn most likely anyway. So, but they are gonna play. I suppose I don't mind the trade here. So let's just do it. I can trade with either this or a trick. I don't care. I will block, of course. Well, I would be blocking anything, but now this is actually a race I can win, so not really that worried about it. Because I play my 5/5, and for a green deck, it's actually quite a. I mean, green-red deck doesn't have that many ways to get rid of a 5/5. Death Toucher into Rapid Bite would work, but okay, that's not a problematic thing at all. Interesting. Because if I used Feed the Swamp, I would be going to 9. And then they can have, for example, the that's too risky. And I will also, even though one mountain would make this a pretty good card in this situation, I still want to have access to more mana, so I will play this as a tapped land and I will Deadly Alliance this guy. I'm not gonna drop to 9, it's too risky because this attack actually drops them to 6, so now they would really have to have something strong because I can remove their blockers still. That's a good one. If I was at 9, no, I wouldn't die. Okay, well this, wow. Well, I guess I have a plenty of removal. Let's see if they have a trick to boost it. I have a lethal here anyway, but whatever, let's just kill it and... Phew. Okay, that's the power of removal. Okay, again, another draft 3-0. By the way, I am not cherry picking these drafts. I just happened to go 3-0 in both of these. I don't always go 3-0. That said, if you listened to introduction to my first video, it's pretty clear that I am quite successful in these traditional drafts because I have been able to, well, grow my game stats and I got all these wildcards and I have all the cards for all the standard sets that have been in Arena and like that. So I usually go like 2-1, occasionally 3-0, not very often less than 2 wins in the traditional drafts. But yeah, in this draft, the highlight was definitely I think the match 2 final game where I was able to turn that into a victory after they have had the bump rare, the red-green 6-drop, and they just drew land after that, and I drew exactly the gas I needed to win that game. That was pretty amazing. So this was it for this time, so thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.